Allison Turk. This is my concept map for cell biology. We're going to start in the middle with an element that is a species that can no longer be broken down chemically. Some examples of elements are oxygen, hydrogen, sodium, calcium, potassium, and stuff like that. So elements can be broken down into atoms. They're the smallest units of an atom. They can't be broken down any further without being that element. Some examples of elements such as oxygen, hydrogen, and chlorine. Those are organic. They form organic compounds. Those compounds don't contain carbon. And then phosphorus can form the functional group, phosphate group, which can later be built into other compounds. One of the most important elements is carbon. Carbon is essential in organic chemistry. All organic compounds must contain carbon. That's what makes them organic. Some examples of functional groups within organic chemistry are methyl groups, aldehyde, and ketone groups. Another example of an element is nitrogen. Nitrogen is used to form amines, which can be used to form amino groups, which are put together to form amino acids. Amino acids are a key component of proteins. And proteins are what makes up the bases, and nucleotides, which are part of DNA. Nucleotides are put into a chain to form nucleic acids, which can be bonded together with hydrogen bonds. These are all essential parts of DNA. Proteins can be combined with carbohydrate chains to form glycoproteins, and the nitrogen base and 5-carbon sugar part of the nucleotide is a nucleoside. Now, an important part about amines is that it's a part of nitrogen that has 2 valence electrons. Valence electrons are the electrons in the outermost shell of that element. The electron shell is the rings around that electrons exist in. And those are the different energy levels that electrons can exist in. And the electrons are negatively charged subatomic particles, so they are part of atoms. The carboxyl group is an organic chemistry group that can be used to form carboxylic acid. Carboxylic acid is an acid, so it's a hydrogen ion donor. And alcohol groups are a key component of fatty acids, which can make up lipids. And then lipids are hydrophobic interactions. They're very important in cell membrane function. Phospholipids are they're lipids with a phosphate in them, and those make up the cell membrane. And glycolipid is a lipid plus a carbohydrate. The hydroxyl group in organic chemistry is a component of sugars. Sugars are made up of chains of monosaccharides. Multiple chains of monosaccharides are polysaccharides. Polysaccharides are a part of carbohydrates, which are an important energy source for a cell. And a type of carbohydrate is glycerol. The carbonyl group in organic chemistry has a 4-electron bond in it, a double covalent bond. So it has a carbon double bonded to an oxygen. Double covalent bonds, there's 2 different types. You can have a polar covalent bond or a non-polar covalent bond. Non-polar covalent bonds has an equal sharing of electrons within the bond, while a polar covalent bond is unequal sharing.